For me, this is a Monday build. You know what you do with Monday builds? Well, you try not to buy it on Mondays. I know it's too bad they don't write it on it.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Sanford, Florida, about to inspect this beautiful Tiffin Phaeton 40 QBH. Now, our customers said, don't call us before noon. This is on our vision board. So hopefully that's the case, and we'll let you know at lunchtime what we find. Stick around. Come on in, let's see my first glimpse and stow and go. As far as the stow and go, coming through here, again, I've got to do the electric slide shuffle coming backwards, but it's doable. I have access to my sink, my microwave, I can get to the refrigerator, I can even get to my pantry, and then we have the half bath here. Full access to get into the half bath. As far as your bed, easy enough to get into bed. And I'm going to tell you, that's a comfy bed as well. And if you want to take a shower, just roll out on the other side. I think this stow and go is perfect. Now, as far as my first glimpse, I've come through. We don't have the slides open yet. Everything looks really pristine. I'm quite excited about what I will or will not find today. Let's hope nothing major. Stick around. We'll let you know at lunchtime.
All right, first glimpse. Okay, so this unit, which I already see an issue as we come in, my first walk around was perfect. I'm thinking, wow, this is phenomenal. It's nice. So the overall look looks pristine. The story on this is 11 months they own this unit, and they have 12,000 miles. So that's about 800-900 miles a month. And the potential buyer is kind of leery because why would they sell it so fast? Well, we've had customers that after a trip of 4,200 miles, they came back. The one in Louisiana, I don't know if we can link that above, but that was a super seat. That's exactly what happened with them. They just wanted to change because that wasn't fitting their needs. It could be the size, could be too big, could be too small. It brings me to a topic of why do people hate? You can actually feed on that, meaning it can either drag you down or actually you can use it to motivate yourself. So here's an example. When people hate you, it's just because they actually think that you are better than them. Process this. Haters think that you are better than them, and that's why they hate you. So I want to say this because once in a while we'll have comments, the dumbest comments, which I like. For me, it's a motivation. Who am I trying to get better than? There's 3 people that affects me that I tried to get better than. I'm not looking for gratitude. I'm not looking for recognition. I don't need to be patted on the back. I'm competing against 3 people. Me, myself, and I. Those are the people that I'm trying to get better than. Every day is a challenge to learn more. I'm not competing against Joe Schmo or the other inspector over there. Remember, we're independent businesses. We're part of a conglomerate of inspectors, but we all have different levels of achieving or seeing what we want to do. For us, the gratification is when the customer's happy, they're leaving, and they feel they have this feeling in this communication that we had with them that makes them feel sound and secure about their unit. We will never, and never did, do an inspection on an email or on a text and book an inspection without talking to people. Just saying. So if you're one of them that needs to email and can't talk to people, we're actually not going to deal together. So just let's leave it at that. So if there's no human contact, we're good with that. We'll find some of the units. So on that note, let's look at my first glimpse. I didn't even tell Laurel because it's like, oh moly crap. All right, so here's the deal. Here's a wall of a slide out that goes in. Here's the buckling right here. Why? Because this slide out is going so much inside that it's actually twisting this trim. So what is this gonna do when I get inside? I don't know, but you can see that all this thing, the paint has cracked on purpose because of that. So that's one thing. The second thing that I have is I got a structural crack here, which is, okay, you're gonna tell me, well, that's not really important. It's the TV rack. Okay, well, if that's the TV frame and I already have a crack here, was it due to when it was built or did it stress since? So we got a lot of weight. There's something going on here. I don't know. You tell me what you think. Let's go check the power. I'm gonna check how much power we've got coming into this unit, and we're gonna start doing the leveling system and try to see those slide out, because other than that, well, let's get to work. We'll see what lunchtime brings us. All right, lunchtime recap. Maybe we'll have some news. Windy today, noisy because we're right beside I-4, wherever we're at. This unit, I've showed you this slide before. You remember this being cracked. Some salesman will say, oh, that's just aesthetic. That's just aesthetic. Well, that's just aesthetic, my whatever. I want to show you this. Here's how everyone, the 4 of them slide out. They all have that sand everywhere. But then when you come up to this one, the only one of the 4 slide out that doesn't have any sealing is this one. Explain that one to me. Huh, they just forgot that one. All right, and you remember when this is closed, how this trim goes up like this? So now you can see it even better here. So see, when it's out, see how open it is all the way. So this trim actually ends up being binded like this. So that's why it broke the paint, broke the fiberglass. For me, this is a Monday build. You know what you do with Monday builds? Well, you try not to buy the Mondays. I know it's too bad they don't write it on it, but sometimes when you read through the unit, you go around, it actually talks to you and tell you, hey, I might be a Monday unit. All right, so here's the deal with this slide out. I'm gonna try to walk you through because I can see this. Okay, for instance, let's start with this. There's no seal, you know, sticking out, and you can actually see that there's bulb seal in there, so it actually will seal. This trim is bowed, so I don't know if you can see the angle at the distance, but this is bowed big time. So this slide out goes all the way in, and it actually buckles this trim, which create all this broken paint and ridges all the way up. So this goes way too much inside. All right, so that's what it is. Now it touches at the bottom, so this will be rubbing definitely on the whole bottom part. Then you end up at the other end. Oops, now our trim is sticking out. Well, that looks good, but the problem is there's no bulb seal, because now this trim is trying to seal on this hard plastic. There's no seal in it, there's no bulb seal. So now this thing is doing the same thing, as you can see. So it wants to force itself because this box is pushing in. So which brings me to another thing. So now I got my TV compartment. I open this and see there's not much structure around this TV box. So if I end up down here and I see this crack, I don't know about you, but telltale sign, crack. I don't know if you can see that thoroughly, but this is actually, you know, it's not just aesthetic. So this actually cracked, and if this was aesthetic at the shop, well, you'd think they would have solved the problem. So let's go see and probably wrap it up, because this don't sound good, this don't look good. Let's go check what Laurel has inside.
Okay, so it's our lunchtime recap. Now, Pierre showed you some things going on with the slide outside. So while he was working with that, I thought, you know what? I'm going to come in here, I'm going to check my cupboards, and I come in here, and you know, when you can see the whole entire cupboard wiggling, and you can feel that on this side, it's actually falling down. And you know, okay, so I have found that the whole top cupboard above the recliners is completely loose. And as you can see, anything you put in there, it's going to fall. So this is not good. The cupboard, the whole entire cupboard is all coming off and falling. Listen, you put anything inside this cupboard, it's gonna come right down. And it's the same with the kitchen. This whole entire back wall is incredibly loose. Something has happened to this slide. We don't know what, but I can tell you that something's definitely happened to the slide. Guys, if you like our videos, give us that thumbs up, hit subscribe, and make sure to share with your friends. These are the reasons why you need an RV inspector. Subscriber shout out, Michael Kane, we see you. Thank you so much for watching our videos and commenting. We really appreciate that. Coming into the bedroom, we've got another major issue in here. So again, with this slide, when this slide goes out, it wants to land in the parking lot. We're going to be really quiet and listen. Guys, did you hear that? You know, we hold our breath when we push our buttons, but we never expect it's actually gonna go right out into the parking lot. So that's kind of an issue, isn't it? I don't know. Is this a bust or a buy? Let us know in the comments below. But let's come into the shower. So I have not done my water. There's been no time to do my water. So let's talk about the tall stall. If you're 75 inches or shorter, 6'3", you're going to be fine showering in this stall. So that was our lunchtime decapitation. Decap? We're gonna call the customer. We're gonna let them know what's going on in here and let them decide. Bust or a buy. We called the customer and it's a no-go. As a matter of fact, she said, no effing way. It's exactly what she said, only she said the whole thing. No, they don't want this type of a headache. They had a gut feeling about this already. Guys, if you have a gut feeling, go with your gut. There's a reason why we have those feelings. Patricia and Doug, they had that feeling. And they still decided, just in case, because the Phaeton is on their vision board. And it is gorgeous. It is beautiful at first sight. But once you get digging around, it's really not what they expected it to be. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy an RV. And RVs bring happiness. Once you find the perfect RV and get it inspected by a great RV inspection team. So remember that. So remember, and do never forget.
It's not all about the destination. It's all about the journey.
Come on in and we'll see my first glimpse and the stow a go. Stow a go. What the hell?
Me, to get better myself. I, because that's about me.
It's me, myself, and I. That's the same.
First of all, me, because I got to compete against myself. I got to get better. Myself, because that's important. I'm going to give you 2 fingers because I kind of screwed up on this one. And I?
Me, myself, and I. Just say me, myself, and I.
No, because I said this. You don't get it, but whatever.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
Me, myself,
That's what I did.
and I.
I, myself, and me. So the 3 of us.
Frenching. It's backwards. Me, myself, and I.
That's what I just did. So.
You're going to be fine showering in. We appreciate. Oh no, what do I want to say? So guys, at this point, we're going to call the customer. You want to follow me? I'm going out.
So call it lunchtime decap.
Decap?
Yeah, like
Decapitated?
Yeah.
Okay. He's waiting for me. Waiting for me. Good. And we'll go with this one.
I don't know, maybe we'll get somewhere at one point. I don't know. I'm hungry.
Okay.